Morning, guys. Welcome to Words from a Friend podcast. I'm your host, Marty Carey, and this is the podcast that follows my book, Words from a Friend, a daily guide to a purposeful life. It's available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. We're on a 365-day inner journey together, so happy and grateful to have you along. We're on day 73 of that journey, and today's message is that hole in your heart. That hole in your heart. I am compelled to write a bit more on the loss of a loved one after a message was sent to me yesterday from a friend. Now remember, I wrote these words were just posts on Facebook at one time. And they were when I was going through a tough time. And I learned to, just start reading the truth from my heart and writing the truth from my heart every day to help other people because I needed to help up myself in it. And writing these words helped me up. So I hope they help you up. Okay? And that's always been the intention. Many will extol the waste of time that is called Facebook, but for me, it seems to be a pretty positive place. Not so much anymore. It was a little more positive back then. Well, maybe, we'll see. Anyway, to be a pretty positive place where feelings, love, support, and raw emotions are shared. Well, I think that's more on Facebook than any of the other ones. Really, I think it's us older folks. We've learned to have that compassion, We've learned our light a lot more because we've lived through so much garbage and so much dark stuff and tragedies and all that stuff. So we have that resilience that we've built and that emotional capacity because it's to help others. And remember, once you have that capacity to help others because you've had to live through it and work your way out of it and work your way up and forward, well, there you go. You're a way shower now. You're a way shower. Don't leave that out of your game. No, that's part of your life's purpose, to be a way shower. Okay? Help yourself and then help others up. Excuse me. Got a tickle in the old eye. Okay. Let's see. Recently, I've seen and sent messages of hope, love, and healing to those of you struggling with the loss of a loved one. This is never an easy time, and a broken heart is part of the process, I'm afraid. We go through many broken hearts in our lives. But those broken hearts break us open to things that are new within us, new strengths and new resilience. We cannot let that take us down and keep us down. That's not what it's there for. No, we are resilient beings of light. Light can overcome any darkness, any. And it needs to shine on the stuff that we still hold on to that is very heavy for us to carry, that gives us disease. The mind-body connection is very, very real. So how we live inside matters. It really matters. Our life inside, our inner life. So that's the one that we have to nurture and grow because it affects everything in our outer world. Okay? Let's see. There is never an easy time for a broken heart. It's part of the process, I'm afraid. There's, however, a truth of a broken heart that must be known and hold on to in these times. There's truth in that broken heart. Okay? There is. A broken heart is truly a vehicle of higher blessings. It certainly will not feel like that in the beginning. It will not. But rest assured, the blessings will come and the road ahead will become easier. Hold on to this, for it is truth. For it is truth. God is always there. The light is always there for you. You are it. Remember that. Remember that. We have to always come back to that. What does my light say about this? Well, my light's going to get me through this. My light's going to love me through this. This is not going to take me down forever. Grief is natural. Grief is natural. In this world, perfectly grief. You got to go through it. It takes as long as it takes for you. Okay, but remember the rise. The rise comes from that. The resilience comes from that. It's forged from that. You must forge the pain into wisdom and truth. Bring the truth into that pain, and wisdom will be the result. Will be the result. You'll be able to see it, and more than that, feel it. You'll feel your way back to your center. Feel your way back to God. God will pull you back in. Stay close. Stay close to your light. Use it. Wield it for yourself and for those around you. Because if you're all suffering for the same loss, well, here you go. You can be a way shower if you've been through it a few times, right? So that's what you do. Hug them tight, hold them close, and we all know that's our job. We all know that's our job. Do it well. Do it well. Okay. We will all experience, let's see, I'm sorry, I missed part. A broken heart is truly a vehicle of higher blessings. It certainly will not feel like that in the beginning, but rest assured, the blessings will come and the road ahead will become easier. Hold on to this, for it is truth. We will all experience this blessing, first felt as great pain. Our heart is not just an organ that pumps blood through our system. It's a sacred vessel that holds our deepest pain and our greatest joys. It's all in there. The power of the heart, man. You know, the power of empathy and compassion is because we recognize each other as souls. You know, those times of loss, it really doesn't matter. It's like, man, whatever we had between us is gone in this minute. Even if, you know, I'm sending you a blessing of light because I know what that feels like. And I don't want anybody to feel that. No, it's tough, right? It's tough. Silent blessing, or bless them with your presence. You know, bless yourself with that same light and be around people that you can lean on, that understand. Okay? That's the blessing of each other. That's the blessing of the relationship. In the relationship, well, that's always the gold. It's always the gold, remember. So we need to nurture and water all of our blessings, because when it's our time, what do you want? You want that love flooding back to you. So keep that as a circle of your personal world, right? Always being the helper when you can. Always being the helper when you can. The gold you will gain from your heart being cracked open will show itself to you in due time. Your heart's cracked open, man. It is. I know it. I know it. Okay, but there is light in there, my friend, and that is your growth. And we must glean the light and move forward in that. That's okay. There is always beauty to be found in there, even if it's the beauty of what they left behind that you install and you carry forward as a quality in yourself, as a quality in yourself. You admire qualities in other people, but you have those in yourself. It's all about practicing those higher ways. And when you do, boop, you know, you feel better about yourself and you move different. You move different and you attract different things in life. Better, higher, more fulfilling, more befitting of your new way forward, more befitting of it. You know, you give yourself a raise. You give yourself a raise first, inside. And then you just recognize that I have more to give. So maybe I need to be at some place that I can and grow and beyond where I've been, right? Even if it's just where I'm planted. Being a better version of myself helps me to grow right where I'm planted. Okay? So, the gold you will gain from your heart being cracked open will show itself in due time. Never rush the process. Never rush the process. It is here for you, all of it. All of it. That may not sound comforting in the early stages of this difficult life change, but perhaps knowing the truth that your loved ones are now in a new position of helping you to heal from the light. They're in the light now. They know who they are. No pain, none. Full health, well-being, back in the light. That's it. They are now with God. They're in paradise. Okay, we're still in this 3D land for a little while, right? But we have much to learn here, and we have much to give here. Because if we want to bring what's there to here, well, then all the stuff that we learned through our broken heart is now the light that we give out. It is now, we've transmuted it, we've alchemized it, we've said thank you for the good parts. Thank you for the blessing of them being in my life. Thank you for the blessings that they taught me. Thank you for the blessings knowing that I will absolutely see them again. It is only a matter of time. And these journeys, they can seem so long, but human journey is a wink of an eye. Never knowing, no guarantees to when we go home. So each day is that sacred. Each day is that important for what you give. For what you give to that day. It's like, what's God going to give me today? What are you going to give to the day is what you're going to get from God. Because you need to use your effort. You need to use your creativity. You need to use your smile, your charm, your laughter. All of those things that God has already given you as gifts to create. He's given you a full palette of paints. And you're asking him what he's going to give you today. Not how it works. You put the energy out. And that's what comes back to you. You put the blessings out, That's what comes back to you. It may not come back in the same form. It may come back in other ways. It may come back down the road. It may come back instantly. You never know. But I can tell you, when you're putting out the good stuff and you're keeping the wheel of love rolling in your life, well, that's just the place to live. Live, love, and laugh. You know, when these times of heartache come in, you know your job is there too. You know what it is there too. It's the same job. It's always just staying in your God space so I can be a help to myself during these times. When I can speak truth during these times, even through the tears, you know. That's some of the most powerful truth there is, through the tears, right? So be okay with that. Be vulnerable. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. That's how you let grief go through the process, is be able to be vulnerable. We are always trying to be so strong and all that stuff. Let those tears flow, baby. Let them flow. Those are cleansing. That's our natural cleansing process, is the tears. You got to let that out. Let it out, okay? That's it. It's natural. It's our natural process. Don't stifle it. Let it all hang out. And let love clean everything up and put everything back into perspective for you as time goes by. That's what happens. That's what happens. You gain your perspective back and say, I miss him like nobody's business. That is absolutely for sure. That's the hole in my heart. But you're going to have to fill that with the faith and trust that you know not only you're going to see them again, but man, what a homecoming it's going to be in between now and then. Hold their light. Hold their light as your own. That's what I did. I hold my mom's light as my own. All the people that have passed, my sis, I hold their light as my own. It expands mine. They're giving it to me. They're saying, here, do something with all this light. Do something with it. Get moving. Start reading your effing book. That's what my sis said to me. In my heart, she said, start reading your effing book. So that's how I'm filling that hole in mine. All right. We will all experience this blessing. First felt in great pain, our heart is not just an organ that pumps blood through our system. It's a sacred vessel that holds our deepest pain and our greatest joys. It sings to us and gives lessons that we need to learn in order to fulfill our own personal dharma, or our own personal mission in life, our dharma, you know, our mission, our purpose, fulfilling it. There is one in here, baby. There's one in there just for you, packed in there like a sack lunch from Mom. Beautiful little ring ding in there, some chips. Nice P&J. Okay. The gold you will gain from your heart being cracked open will show itself. They will want you to live. All right? That's their main message. They want you to live. This is you're here. You're here. They know. All right, you got a mission. They know on the other side. They know full well now you got a mission. And they're going to help you do it. You got to borrow some of that. Not even borrow it. They're just like, here it is. I left it for you. I left my light behind for you. That's the most important thing I left. I didn't left for you to be sad the rest of your life. I didn't leave for that. I left to give you the gold. Here's the baton. Run with it. The good stuff. Okay? That's the trail. That's the best you can do. Honor them by carrying their torch forward. Okay, the CTA, they want you to move forward, and they know that you love them dearly and miss them. Always remember that your separation is only temporary, and you will be reunited when your mission here is complete. Finish strong. Finish your mission strong. Create new stuff. Live. When you look back, you'll go, oh man, I'm so glad I did that. I'm so glad I took those chances that I did on myself, that I heard inside, but my ego kept me from doing it because I was worried about what other people would think. Right. That's the illusion. We all care about what other people will think. That's the ego. But when we get over that, that's just fear. It's fear. We're here to share our gifts. They'll find their pocket. Not everybody's going to want to watch this podcast. That's okay. Whoever watches it and they gain something from it, that's the purpose. That's all I can expect. And then God does the rest. God does the rest. He says, get on there. Get on there and do that. And we'll go on a ride. We'll go on a ride together, helping people along the way. Some Johnny Appleseed. All right? So I hope you feel that. I hope you feel better about yourself so far in this journey, because you need to. That's your key, baby. Loving yourself is first and foremost. So, CTA today, begin a new relationship style with your loved ones who have gone home. Yes, it'll be different. Talk to them. My God, we can't hear them, but we can, in our own way, we can hear them. We certainly know what they would say. I heard my sister swear to me from the other side, and I'm doing what she said, because she said it so eloquently in such a Troy way. So, I listen to those nudges that I get, and they've never served me wrong. Nope, they have not. Begin a new relationship style with your loved ones. Yes, it'll be different. Speak to them often. And instead of using your physical ears in an attempt to hear your answer, you must feel what they would have said in your heart. The more you move into this feeling direction, the more you will know that they're here with you all the time. What feels weird at first will become your new way of spiritual communication. Communicate. Your connection is the same. You never lose your connection to your loved ones. You never lose it. It's always there. Okay, it's just like they've gone to another country for a little while and they have no phone connection. All right, but they're still there. Okay, all their glory, healthy, no more sickness, no more nothing, no more suffering, no more fear, none of it. Okay, but we've still got some things to do here. We got to clean up this world together, and we have to use our light. So we have to recognize it and start putting it together above all the bullshit that we see. Say screw that stuff. It's not about that. It's about the same thing that I feel about, my sisters or my family or, the ones that I love. Yeah, you're different. Yeah, I may not like what you do. We may not even like each other. Okay, but I know you're from there. And I know you're the light. And I know, you love your loved ones. So that love is the same. Maybe we connect there. Above all the dogma and all the propaganda that is just slowly showing what it is to all of us. We're all going, oh, holy crap, this is horrifying, disgusting, and extremely angering. It really is. So, but we are the cure. We have been the problem, that's for sure. But so many of us are waking up to our own dis-ease that we're saying, no longer will I live in that dis-ease. Nope. Not that I know who I am. No way I'm going to choose that crap. I don't want to live in it in here ever again. I don't want it. So that's why you can, like water off a duck's back eventually. You work on yourself. Anybody else's opinions? Water off a duck's back. I'm moving in faith. I'm moving in God's plan that I feel inside. Those nudges of interest for you. Those passions you feel. You know you're supposed to do this thing. Do it. Start it. And just go where it takes you. As long as it's going to benefit the whole in some beautiful way. All right, God's going to get behind that in an instant. Do it. Move on it. It will expand you as much as you try to expand it. All the necessary tools you'll need for its expansion will have to be revealed from inside. And you'll learn to grow those tools. And you move into them, and then you are it. You're not a tool. I'm not calling you a tool. But you have the best tools there are. They're all up here in your consciousness, in your light. Okay? Learn it, and then let it grow. All right? Much love today, guys. Have a great day, and we shall talk to you and see you tomorrow. Much love.